The 12 Houses Revisited, a complete Vedic review. Hello. In this session, we'll explore the houses in Vedic astrology. In Vedic astrology, the 12 houses called bhavas divide life into 12 key areas. They form a symbolic framework to understand a person's character, environment, life events, and even the timing of destiny. These houses are based on time, and when combined with zodiac signs based on space, they create a precise, personalized life map. 1. The foundation of houses, windows of time. Houses are not the same as zodiac signs. They are created based on your exact birth time and the position of the eastern horizon. At the moment of birth, the sign rising in the east becomes your ascendant, or lagna. From there, the other 11 houses are arranged clockwise. Because of Earth's rotation, even two people born on the same day can have completely different house structures. That's why houses are deeply personal. They show the unique stage where your life unfolds. Even with the same zodiac sign, two lives can look entirely different. The houses explain why. 2. Houses versus rasis. What's the difference? Rasis, or zodiac signs, show qualities like your temperament, mindset, or nature. They are fixed divisions of the sky. Houses show where those qualities play out in life. They are determined by birth time and location. So while rasis explain how your energy flows, houses reveal where it goes. For example, Aries energy in the second house influences money and speech. The same Aries in the 10th house affects your career and leadership. 3. How houses work in interpretation. In Vedic astrology, house meanings are analyzed through 4 layers. The symbolic theme of the house, the zodiac sign Rasi in that house, the planets placed in that house, the location of that house's ruling planet. Let's say Mars is in the 10th house and it also rules the 5th house. This suggests your drive for self-expression and creativity flows into career and public recognition. This layered system shows what energy is active, where it plays out, and how it shapes your life. 4. Key elements in house analysis. To interpret houses deeply, we must consider house classifications: Kendras angles, Trikonas trines, Dushthanas challenges, Upachayas growth zones, and Marakas potential endings. Functional benefic or malefic nature of each house lord, based on your lagna. The strength or weakness of house lords. Interactions with nakshatras lunar mansions, dashas planetary periods, and gochara transits. Each layer adds timing, depth, and nuance to your chart reading. 5. Why houses are the starting point. Good astrology is not just, this planet here is good or bad. It asks deeper questions. Which house does this planet rule? What area of life does that house represent? When will that area activate? Houses are your cosmic compass. They show where energies manifest and when they unfold. Once you understand the houses, astrology becomes more than prediction. It becomes a map of consciousness, a guide to your evolution, decisions, and destiny. The birth of self. First house. What is the first house? The first house represents the self, your body, personality, appearance, ego, and overall energy. It is the anchor of the entire birth chart, the starting point from which all other houses are counted. Personality and attitude. This house reveals your basic character and how you engage with life. Are you outgoing or reserved? Quick to act or patient? For example, with Aries in the first house, you may be direct and fast-moving. With Virgo here, you might be analytical and cautious. Body and health. The first house also reflects your physical constitution. Is your body strong or sensitive? Is your energy steady or easily depleted? For instance, Saturn here may indicate a lean and stiff body, while Mars can show muscular build or high physical activity. Self-image and confidence. It also relates to how you see yourself, your self-esteem, self-expression, and inner certainty. If your first house is strong, you're likely confident and assertive. But if shadow planets like Rahu or Ketu are placed here, you might experience confusion about your identity or swing between psychological extremes. Life direction and style. This house defines your overall life approach. How do you walk through the world? What's your style of being? A Pisces ascendant may live through empathy and imagination, while a Capricorn ascendant moves through life with realism and responsibility. The Lagna Lord. The planet ruling the first house, called the Lagna Lord, shows your life's central theme. Wherever it is placed in the chart reveals where your core energy flows. If the Lagna Lord is in the 10th house, Career and achievement may be your life's focal point. By studying the Lagna Lord, you discover where you invest your strength and how you shape your identity, the reference point for the whole chart. Finally, remember this: the first house is the point from which all other houses are measured. It sets the structure of the entire chart. If your Lagna changes, everything else shifts. To summarize, the first house is a vital area representing who you are, your personality, appearance, self-image, health, and life. Direction all begin here. By understanding your Lagna, you begin to answer the question, who am I? The foundation of value. Second house. What does the second house represent? The second house rules over wealth, values, speech, and family. It shows what you possess and what you consider important. In short, it reveals how you earn, use, and relate to material and emotional resources. Finances and material approach. This house speaks to your ability to earn money and your attitude toward handling it. For example, with Taurus in the second house, you may focus on saving and securing your finances. With Aries, money might come and go quickly, earned fast, spent fast. The planets and signs here shape your income sources, spending style, and financial patterns. Speech and communication style. The second house governs the mouth, voice, and how you speak. Is your voice strong or gentle? Are your words sharp or graceful? When Mercury is strong, speech becomes quick and intelligent. If Venus is present, your tone may be soft and pleasing to the ear. Family and early environment. This house also reflects your early family life, especially the emotional tone of your upbringing. It reveals the values you learned at home and whether your childhood brought stability or stress. Saturn here may suggest a home with responsibilities or limitations. The moon could indicate a nurturing, emotionally rich family setting. Values and self-worth. Beyond material things, the second house reflects inner values and self-respect. What do you cherish? How much do you value yourself? These questions live in the second house. Someone who earns money but never feels satisfied or struggles with self-worth may have a weak or challenged second house. Karma of speech and wealth. The Artha house. The second house is an Artha house concerned with material fulfillment and tangible results. It's a grounded, reality-focused area of life. It's also tied to the karma of speech. Harsh words, lies, or broken promises can build karmic consequences from this house, linking it to the Lagna. The sign in your second house depends on your Lagna. For example, if your Lagna is Aries, your second house will be Taurus, making Venus the ruler of your second house. This brings an influence of grace and aesthetic sense to your finances and speech. Where the ruler of the second house is placed in your chart is very important. It points to where your energy flows in making money and expressing values. To summarize, the second house shows your finances, speech, values, family roots, and sense of self-worth. Because it's tied to real-world matters, it has a strong impact on daily life. By examining the sign and planets here, you can understand your financial patterns, the power of your words, and your deeper values. Speak up, step forward. Third house. What is the third house about? The third house represents initiative and courage. It's not about thinking, it's about doing. This house shows your drive to try, to take action, to challenge yourself, and to engage in repeated practice. It also governs creativity and perseverance. Communication and expression. This house also rules communication in all forms, not just speech, but also writing, expression, and the ability to connect with others. Whether it's talking, texting, social media presence, or presentation skills, the third house plays a major role. When Mercury is strong here, speech tends to be fast and clever. If Rahu is present, your communication may be bold, unconventional, or even provocative. Siblings and relationship dynamics. The third house also represents your siblings, especially younger ones. Your childhood environment, sibling bonds, or conflicts are reflected here. For example, Saturn here might indicate distance, responsibility, or serious dynamics with siblings. Jupiter suggests warmth, generosity, and strong sibling support. Effort, action, and persistence. This house reveals how you approach effort. It shows steady practice, discipline, and the pursuit of small goals through repeated actions. Unlike houses tied to fate or luck, this is where your own effort matters most. A strong third house often creates doers, hardworking, persistent individuals. Creatives, writers, YouTubers, designers and marketers, people who make things and share them with the world. Thinking patterns and learning style. It also reflects how your mind works, how you absorb, process, and apply information. If the second house is what you know, the third house is how you use it. Do you learn fast and act quickly? Or do you take your time, plan carefully, and move with precision? This house shows the pattern. Influences of sign and planet. The sign and planet in your third house shape your style of action and communication. For instance, Gemini here creates witty, talkative, and playful energy. Capricorn brings a quiet but steady and reliable way of expressing and acting. The third lord and its placement. Where the ruler of the third house is placed in your chart is crucial. It shows how and where you take action in life. If your third lord is in the 10th house, for example, your energy and initiative may be strongly tied to your career. You might be known at work as someone who takes action and gets results. To summarize, the third house governs speech, writing, siblings, courage, and the ability to follow through. It's not about luck, it's about effort and execution. When used well, this house transforms you from someone who simply thinks into someone who actually makes things happen. The sacred home within. Fourth house. Hello. What does the fourth house represent? The fourth house symbolizes emotional security, domestic life, property, the mother, and the heart's inner state. It's less about outer success and more about one simple question: is the heart at peace? Emotions and inner stability. This house reveals the root of your emotions. Do you feel calm and grounded? Or are you anxious, unsettled, or overwhelmed? A strong fourth house often brings emotional stability and a calm inner world. But if this house holds afflicted planets, it may result in inner restlessness or emotional ups and downs. Relationship with the mother. The fourth house also represents your relationship with your mother. It reflects the love, nurturing, or tension experienced in that bond. For example, the moon or Venus here may show a warm and caring maternal connection. Saturn might indicate distance, responsibility, or emotional restraint in the relationship. Home, property, and vehicles. Physically, this house governs your home, land, vehicles, and living space. Your desire to own a home, your comfort in domestic settings, and real estate fortune are all shown here. Even how often you move houses or your ability to settle down can be seen from the sign and planets in this house. Rest, retreat, and the emotional homeland. The fourth house is your emotional sanctuary, your inner home. It shows whether you have a place where your soul can truly rest, where you can put down the burdens of the world. Even with wealth and success, if this house is weak, emotional peace may still feel out of reach. Emotional depth and hidden wounds. This house reaches deep into your emotional core, revealing memories, suppressed feelings, and even trauma. When planets like Ketu, Rahu, or Saturn reside here, they may create inner distance, hidden fears, or unresolved emotional tension. The influence of sign and planet. The zodiac sign and planets placed in the fourth house shape your emotional temperament, family atmosphere, and sense of attachment to home. For example, Cancer here emphasizes emotional bonding and nurturing, while Capricorn may bring a practical, duty-bound approach to family life. The fourth house lord and its placement. Where the lord of the fourth house is placed in your chart shows where you seek emotional stability. If it's in the 10th house, for instance, you may find peace through work, structure, and achievement. Your career becomes the foundation of your inner calm. To summarize, the fourth house is the root of your emotional world. It represents your mother, home, family, and your true place of rest. This house doesn't show what others see, it reveals how you truly feel inside. It's subtle, but deeply important. The creative flame. Fifth house. What is the fifth house about? The fifth house is the house of creation and expression. It reflects your ability to make something and share it with the world. Whether it's writing, painting, dancing, business ideas, or YouTube content. Any form of creative activity belongs here. Love, romance, and joy. This house also governs love and pleasure. It reveals how you experience romance, your style of loving, your emotional responses to being loved, and even memories of first love. If Mars is here, love may be passionate and spontaneous. If Venus is here, romance becomes sensual, elegant, and refined. Children and parenthood. The fifth house represents your children, how you relate to them, what kind of parent you are, and how children impact your life. It can also show whether there may be challenges in having children. Self-expression and performing energy. People with a strong 5th house are often born for the spotlight. They have a powerful need to express themselves, and they thrive when seen by others. This is the ideal house for YouTubers, performers, songwriters, public speakers. Anyone whose work involves both creating and expressing. Hobbies, leisure, and play. This house rules play, games, hobbies, and entertainment. People who find life too heavy or serious often have a weak or blocked 5th house. They don't know how to relax or enjoy. But when this house is strong, there's a great sense of humor and fun. Playful ideas come naturally. Intellectual creativity and philosophical thinking. The 5th house isn't just about the arts. It also links to deep, symbolic, and intellectual creativity, such as philosophy, education, symbolism, and even astrology. That's why it's often called the house of higher wisdom jnana. Influence of signs and planets. The sign and planets in your 5th house shape how you create, love, and parent. For example, Leo here brings bold self-expression and natural leadership. Virgo brings detailed, analytical, and refined creativity. Placement of the 5th house Lord. Where the Lord of the 5th house is placed shows where you seek joy and express creativity. If it's in the 11th house, you may come alive in group settings, through friendships or online communities. Social media and collaboration may become powerful outlets for your ideas. To summarize, the 5th house is the domain of creativity, love, children, self-expression, and joy. When this house is vibrant, life feels playful, purposeful, and full of meaning. It helps us feel, not just think about why we are alive. The battlefield within. 6th house. What is the 6th house about? The 6th house is the house of challenges and confrontation. It shows the problems, enemies, and obstacles we must face and overcome. It reflects our ability to resolve conflict rather than avoid it. Duty, responsibility, and daily routine. This house governs the daily grind, repetitive work, duties at the workplace, and structured routines. It's not about joy, but about what must be done. These are the tiring but essential parts of life. A strong 6th house brings discipline, structure, and responsibility. A weak one may cause avoidance, chaos, or feeling overwhelmed by work. Health and disease. The 6th house also reveals matters of health and illness. It shows vulnerable areas in the body, tendencies toward chronic conditions, or overall constitution. For example, Saturn here may point to joint or bone issues. A weak moon might indicate problems with digestion or the stomach. Debt and burden. This house is also tied to debt, financial burdens, responsibilities, or even karmic debts you must repay. If shadow planets like Rahu or Ketu are here, you may face mysterious losses or ongoing financial stress. Employees, subordinates, and support staff. The 6th house governs those who work under you: staff, helpers, assistants. It reflects how you interact with people in structured systems like hospitals, offices, or military environments. If this house is strong, you may have a natural talent for managing or leading others in practical settings. Competition, lawsuits, and conflict. This is the house of rivals, litigation, and tension. It shows who your enemies are, how you respond to stress, and how you handle opposition. Mars here may bring direct confrontation. Venus may incline you to resolve things diplomatically. Problem solving and growth through challenge. Ultimately, the 6th house is about problem solving. It asks, can you face reality without running? Can you deal with recurring pain and still keep going? This house is where you build the muscles of real life. Influence of signs and planets. The sign and planets in your 6th house shape your response to stress, your health habits, and your work style. For example, Virgo here brings precision and planning. Pisces may cause sensitivity, fatigue, or a tendency toward confusion in routines. Placement of the 6th house Lord. Where the Lord of the 6th house is placed shows where in life you face challenges and how you overcome them. For instance, if it's in the 10th house, your battles may be at work conflicts. Stress and responsibility become part of your professional growth. To summarize, the 6th house is the domain of conflict, illness, responsibility, work, and problem solving. Though it represents struggle, mastering this house makes your life stronger. It gives you the power to win on the battlefield of daily reality. You and I. 7th house. What is the 7th house about? The 7th house represents the person standing opposite you, most notably, your spouse or life partner. But it's more than just marriage. It includes contracts, negotiations, counseling, business partnerships, and face-to-face interactions. If the 1st house is I, the 7th house is you. Marriage and spouse. This house reveals your timing of marriage, your partner's personality, and the emotional climate of the relationship after marriage. The sign and planets placed here shape the nature of your relationship. For instance, Venus may bring a romantic and harmonious marriage, while Mars could suggest passion but also potential conflict or volatility. Partners, counselors, and contracts. Beyond marriage, the 7th house also represents business partners, clients, negotiators, and counselors. Any relationship where you meet someone one-on-one. That's why this house is crucial for professionals like therapists, lawyers, and entrepreneurs. Anyone whose work revolves around direct partnerships. The mirror effect reflection of the self. The 7th house doesn't only show the other person. It also reflects your own shadow, or the parts of yourself you may not fully recognize. Partners often mirror back unconscious traits you need to face or balance. For example, a quiet person may attract an intense, fiery partner. A logical person might be drawn to someone deeply emotional. Conflict and opposition. This house also rules open enemies, people you confront directly. Legal disputes, formal rivalries, and public conflicts all emerge from the 7th house. With strong Mars or Rahu here, confrontations can be frequent, sometimes escalating into obsession or power struggles. Sociability, charisma, and relationship patterns. The 7th house shows how you relate to others. Are you charming and approachable? Or distant and reserved? Do you repeat certain patterns in romantic or personal relationships? This house holds the answers. How sign and planet influence your relationship style. The zodiac sign and planets in your 7th house shape the kind of partners you attract and the dynamics you experience. For instance, Libra may bring a desire for balance and harmony, while Capricorn emphasizes structure, duty, and long-term commitment. Placement of the 7th house Lord. Where the Lord of the 7th house is placed reveals where relationships begin and how they unfold. If it's in the 11th house, you may fall in love with a friend or build connections through networks, social circles, or online platforms. To summarize, the 7th house governs marriage, one-on-one connections, contracts, opponents, and the mirror of the self. It reveals the quality of your relationships, especially the deeper bonds you form with individuals. Through this house, you can better understand what kinds of relationships you attract, and what you truly seek in another person. What you hide will transform you. 8th house. What is the 8th house? The 8th house governs the hidden dimensions of life, unseen emotions, buried memories, secrets, and unresolved wounds. It holds the cycle of death and rebirth, endings and beginnings, loss and renewal, death, crisis, and sudden upheaval. This house is classically associated with death. Not only physical death, but also psychological and symbolic deaths. It shows how we experience sudden crises, shocks, and profound change. With Mars or Rahu placed here, traumatic or violent experiences may mark one's path. Saturn in this house can indicate long-term suffering or difficulty letting go of pain, trauma, the unconscious, and psychological integration. This is the house of the unconscious mind, where unhealed wounds dwell, and where true integration begins. In simple terms, it represents the inner terrain we wish to avoid but must confront. Those with a strong 8th house may be drawn to psychology, spirituality, meditation, or therapy. If the house is weak or heavily afflicted, emotional confusion, depression, or avoidance may arise. Other people's resources, inheritance, insurance, shared wealth. The 8th house also deals with other people's money inheritance, your partner's wealth, investments, insurance payouts. These are resources that don't originate from us but deeply affect our lives. A strong 8th house can indicate significant inheritance, or a life entangled with shared financial dynamics. The world of secrets, the occult, and the unseen. People drawn to hidden realms, detectives, spies, mystics, astrologers, or tantric practitioners often have a powerful 8th house. There's a deep desire to see what others cannot see, to uncover truths beneath the surface, and to explore life's deeper mysteries. Erotic energy and emotional fusion. This house also governs sexual energy. Not just physical desire, but the merging of minds and emotions. It represents intimacy as psychological fusion, where pleasure, obsession, vulnerability, and emotional wounds often coexist. Venus or Rahu in this house may indicate intense attachment or addictive patterns in relationships, regeneration and spiritual alchemy. Although painful, the 8th house is also where healing and transformation are born. It is the house of spiritual rebirth. Those who rise after complete breakdown often have a dominant 8th house. This is the space where we confront our inner shadows, a portal for deep purification of the soul. The influence of signs and planets. The sign and planets placed here shape how one deals with pain, secrecy, and control. For example, Scorpio in the 8th house can bring intensity and obsession with self-mastery. Aquarius here may lean toward conceptual or transcendental forms of transformation. Placement of the 8th house Lord. The position of the 8th house Lord shows where crisis emerges and how transformation unfolds. If the 8th Lord is in the 2nd house, emotional growth may occur through financial struggles or self-worth challenges. To summarize, the 8th house governs death, loss, secrets, trauma, sexuality, and integration. It is the house we instinctively avoid. Yet when we face it, we awaken the deepest strength within. It is a place of suffering, yes, but also a doorway to spiritual rebirth. Find your truth, live by it. 9th house. What is the 9th house? The 9th house represents your belief systems and guiding philosophies. It shows what you believe in and how those beliefs shape the direction of your life. In essence, this house asks, why am I here? And what truths do I follow? Religion, morality, and spiritual vision. This house forms your worldview through religion, ethics, spirituality, and moral codes. It's not just information, but the values and truths you personally live by. If the moon or Jupiter is strong here, you may have a deep sense of faith, optimism, and philosophical thinking. If Rahu is placed here, your beliefs may be rebellious, unconventional, or even iconoclastic. Mentors, teachers, and guiding figures. The 9th house also represents mentors, gurus, and wise guides, those who show you the way. It can also signify your own role as a teacher, preacher, professor, or spiritual guide. Anyone who shares wisdom and offers perspective. Higher education and intellectual exploration. While early education is seen through the 4th house, the 9th house governs higher education, universities, deep academic focus, and specialized fields of study. A strong 9th house may indicate a desire to study abroad, or dive deep into a particular discipline. Mercury or Jupiter here suggests a mind that is both logical and integrative. Long-distance travel, foreign cultures, and expansion. This house also governs physical expansion such as long journeys, international travel, immigration, and exposure to foreign cultures. It reflects your desire to step outside familiar boundaries and discover a larger world. For questions about emigration or long-term travel, the 9th and 12th houses are often read together. Fortune and Dharma. The 9th house is known as the house of fortune, not because of random luck, but because it belongs to the Dharma houses, those aligned with purpose, truth, and moral direction. When you walk your truth, support flows naturally. The luck here is really grace. That arises from living in alignment with your deeper purpose. Relationship with the father or authority figures. This house can also represent your father, or anyone who shaped your core values. These figures influence how your belief systems are formed. If Saturn is here, it may reflect a distant or strict father. If Jupiter is here, the relationship is more likely to be warm, wise, and inspiring. Sign and planet influence. The sign and planets in the 9th house shape your belief style and life philosophy. For instance, Sagittarius here brings a free-spirited, optimistic worldview. Virgo may lead to a more analytical, grounded, and practical approach to life's meaning. The placement of the 9th Lord. Where the 9th house Lord is placed in the chart shows where your beliefs take you. If it's in the 10th house, for example, you may seek career success through your convictions. Teaching, advising, or guiding others may even become your profession. To summarize, the 9th house governs faith, philosophy, teachers, higher education, travel, and divine grace. It serves as an inner compass, guiding how you interpret life and which direction you pursue. When this house is strong, it helps you stay anchored even during life's storms. What am I here to do? 10th house. What is the 10th house? The 10th house governs your profession and social achievements. It answers questions like, what role do I play in the world? What am I here to accomplish and leave behind? Goals, ambition, and legacy. This house reveals your long-term goals, ambition, and the results of your effort. It also shows how determined and persistent you are in turning dreams into reality. A strong 10th house often creates a high achiever, someone who seeks recognition and visible success. If the house is weak, you may feel directionless, passive, or unsure about your purpose. Career and work style. The 10th house shows your type of profession, your style of working, and where you can become known. For example, Mercury here suggests skill with words, data, or communication fields. Mars may indicate success in technical work, engineering, military, or athletics fields that require action and drive. Fame, reputation, and responsibility. But it's not just about work. This house also reflects your public image, reputation, and social responsibility. It shows how the world sees you and how you respond to that image. With Saturn, there may be a heavy sense of duty or pressure from professional expectations. Rahu might bring a dramatic or unconventional career, or even an obsession with status and recognition. Father and authority figures. If the 9th house represents philosophical teachers, the 10th house symbolizes practical authority figures, especially your father, or mentors and superiors in the outer world. Challenges here can reflect tension with father figures, or difficulty navigating hierarchical systems and power dynamics. Public self versus private self. The 10th house shows your public identity, while the 4th house represents your inner, private self. The 10th reveals how you function and are perceived in society. This house is less about who you are deep inside, and more about how the world sees you. Those with a strong 10th house often live with a strong career focus, and their self-worth is deeply tied to success and achievement. How signs and planets shape success. The zodiac sign and planets placed in the 10th house shape your ambition and approach to success. For example, Capricorn here seeks practical, strategic achievement. Gemini may lead to multitasking, communication-based careers, or exploring many different fields. Placement of the 10th house lord. Wherever the 10th lord is placed in the chart shows where your path to success begins, and how you gain recognition in the world. For example, if the 10th lord is in the 5th house, you may build your name through creativity, teaching, children, or artistic pursuits. To summarize, the 10th house represents your career, goals, public image, and sense of responsibility. It answers the life-defining questions. What was I born to accomplish? What will I leave behind in the world? Through this house, we understand how we engage with society and leave our mark. Dream big, then go bigger. 11th house. What is the 11th house? The 11th house represents the fulfillment of desires. It shows whether the dreams and goals you long for can actually become reality. Here, the focus is not on potential but on realization and results. Income and financial gains. If the 2nd house shows your ability to handle money, the 11th house reflects the actual flow of money into your life. Income generated through career, bonuses, incentives, and side earnings. A strong 11th house often means multiple income streams and wealth through social or professional connections, friends, networks, and community. This house also governs your social circle, friends, colleagues, communities, and even social media followers. The planets and signs here reveal what kind of people you attract, and how you connect and network with others. For example, Venus here may suggest joyful, emotionally warm connections, while Saturn may bring more serious, responsible group dynamics. Desires and ambitions. The 11th house is about what you want to achieve, whether in career, relationships, wealth, or recognition. When strong, this house brings clear goals and the capacity to turn vision into reality. But if Rahu or Mars is present, desire can become excessive, leading to ambition, competitiveness, or even greed. Expansion, supporters, and allies. This is also the house of those who support you, friends, mentors, patrons, or backers. It shows the kind of people who help you succeed, and how you relate to your support system. If this house is weak, you may lack strong backing, or struggle to make use of the help that's available. Influence and reach. For YouTubers, influencers, politicians, or anyone engaging with the public, The 11th house is especially significant. Your public presence, popularity, and social reach are reflected here. How signs and planets shape outcomes. The signs and planets placed in the 11th house shape how you earn, connect, and pursue your desires. Aquarius here may point to innovation, ideas, and community-driven success. Taurus may indicate a focus on material gains and stable, long-term networks. The placement of the 11th Lord. Where the Lord of the 11th house is placed shows where your income originates and how your desires are fulfilled. For example, if it's in the 3rd house, income may come through content creation, writing, or communication. Opportunities could arise through siblings or social networks. To summarize, the 11th house represents desire fulfillment, income, social connection, and success through networking. It answers questions like, who am I connected to? What do I want to receive from life? A strong 11th house helps turn your goals into reality. Let go. Transcend everything. 12th house. What is the 12th house? The 12th house is the realm of endings and dissolution. It's where ownership, desires, attachments, and identities begin to fade. That's why it carries both loss and liberation, two sides of the same coin. Spirituality, meditation, and liberation. This house is deeply linked to the spiritual dimension. It contains intuition, meditation, dreams, altered states, and experiences beyond language. A strong 12th house often draws people towards spiritual practice, yoga, mysticism, Buddhism, Vedanta, and deep introspection. Letting go, separation, and exile. On a material level, this house deals with what we lose: expenses, partings, isolation, or exile. It may relate to bank account drain, emotional emptiness, or leaving behind familiar places. It also includes physical spaces of retreat or confinement, foreign countries, hospitals, monasteries, refugee centers, or places far from the public eye. Subconscious mind, dreams, and past lives. The 12th house is deeply tied to the subconscious and unconscious mind. Hidden emotions, karmic residues from past lives, and symbolic dreams all arise from this space. With Ketu, the moon, or Rahu here, dreams may become vivid or even prophetic. Isolation, retreat, and ego dissolution. This is where the ego begins to disappear. It may be the monk who chooses seclusion, or the person who feels trapped and cut off from society. With Saturn or Ketu here, you may experience deep inner work, existential solitude, or emotional withdrawal. But through that, you may also meet your truest self. Leaks, sacrifice, and uncontained spending. The 12th house is also known as the house of expenditures. Money may leak through unconscious spending, emotional purchases, or sacrificial giving. Financial boundaries can become blurry. But when channeled wisely, this same energy leads to self-transcendence and a kind of spiritual wealth. Digital realms, fantasy, and the invisible. In modern times, the 12th house connects to virtual spaces and the digital subconscious, the internet, film, fantasy, digital creation, immersive media. It reflects altered realities and dreamlike experiences. With Rahu here, one may become absorbed in online spaces or thrive as a hidden content creator. Signs and planets, the direction of the energy. The sign and planet placements in the 12th house shape whether this energy flows towards spiritual liberation or downward into loss and confusion. Pisces here enhances sensitivity and spiritual depth. Leo may struggle with the surrender of ego and identity. The placement of the 12th house lord. The location of the 12th house lord in your chart shows where loss occurs and where transcendence is possible. For example, if it's in the 6th house, you may lose energy through overwork or health issues yet find spiritual growth through service and endurance. To summarize, the 12th house represents loss, seclusion, the subconscious, and liberation. It invites you to release the material and turn inward. It is the loneliest place in the chart, but also the holiest path toward the soul. Those with a strong 12th house often find, the further they move from the world, the closer they come to their true self. Not all houses are equal. House classification. There are two main systems of classification. Based on the purpose of life: Purushartha Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. Based on positional function in the chart: Trikona, Kendra, Upachaya, Dusthana, and Maraka. 1. Purushartha classification: Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. This classification is rooted in Indian philosophy, which teaches that human life is guided by four fundamental aims. Dharma represents righteous living, one's duties, purpose, and moral compass. It asks the question, why was I born into this world? The first, fifth, and ninth houses are considered Dharma houses. First house, self and identity. Fifth house, self-expression and creativity. Ninth house, beliefs, philosophy, and higher wisdom. People with strong Dharma houses tend to have clear life direction and inner conviction. Artha relates to material foundation, survival, and worldly achievement. The second, sixth, and 10th houses fall under Artha. Second house, wealth and resources. Sixth house, work and responsibilities. 10th house, career and public status. These houses reflect how one builds security and fulfills their role in society. Kama stands for desire, love, pleasure, and relationships. The third, seventh, and 11th houses are Kama houses. Third house, communication and desire for expression. Seventh house, partnership and marriage. 11th house, social connections and dreams fulfilled. A strong Kama focus leads one toward connection, enjoyment, and emotional fulfillment. Moksha symbolizes liberation, inner peace, and spiritual freedom. The 4th, 8th, and 12th houses are classified here. 4th house, emotional roots and inner peace. 8th house, deep transformation and rebirth. 12th house, detachment and transcendence. Individuals with strong moksha houses are drawn toward spiritual awakening and detachment from material life. In essence, Dharma sets the purpose, Artha builds the structure, Kama brings experience, Moksha seeks liberation. Together, they outline the full journey of the soul. 2. Positional classification, Trikona, Kendra, Upachaya, Dusthana, Maraka. This second system classifies the houses based on their role and influence within the chart. Trikona trine houses 1st, 5th, and 9th. These are houses of grace, growth, and good fortune. Trikona forms a natural triangle of spiritual flow and inner alignment. Especially the 5th and 9th houses are said to connect Purva Punya with Bhagya. Strong Trikona houses often bring ease, inner strength, and a sense of destiny. Kendra angular houses 1st, 4th, 7th, and 10th. Kendra means center or pillar. These houses form the foundation of life. 1st house, self. 4th house, home and emotional base. 7th house, relationships. 10th house, career and public life. Planets placed in Kendra gain strength and actively influence the external world. Kendra Trikona combinations often form the basis of Raja Yoga, signifying a balance of spiritual strength and worldly success. Upachaya growth houses 3rd, 6th, 10th, and 11th. These are the houses of effort, improvement, and overcoming challenges. They may start off weak but grow stronger over time, especially with persistence. Even malefic planets placed here can give positive results eventually. These houses represent the areas where effort leads to reward. Dusthana difficult houses 6th, 8th, and 12th. These houses deal with suffering, loss, enemies, illness, and karmic struggles. Yet they also hold deep spiritual value linked to purification and karmic release. Although life may seem turbulent with strong Dusthana influences, they often bring inner resilience and transformation. These are the houses of growth through adversity. Maraka death inflicting houses 2nd and 7th. Traditionally linked to endings, especially physical death. However, Maraka isn't limited to literal death. It can represent endings in relationships, values, or identity, any phase that must close for a new one to begin. Thus, Maraka symbolizes death as a gateway to renewal. 3. Summary. The Purushartha classification. Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha answers why do we live. The positional classification. Kendra Trikona Upachaya Dusthana Maraka explains how do we live. Together, they form a map of life that balances meaning and structure, spiritual purpose, and practical reality. Thank you for watching. In the next session, we'll take a closer look at the grahas, the planets in Vedic astrology, and bring together what we've learned so far. Please like and subscribe, it helps a lot with the channel. See you next time.